was the best king in the world.
So when Pope Leo crowned you emperor on Christmas Day, did you know it was coming?
Yes.
What do you most regret?
The killing of his wives. He has to repay that.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Mr. Reality and Psychic Medium Liz Cross and Charlemagne. I thought we'd talk to a great king from the 700s today. Liz, how are you?
Oh, this is exciting. What would you like to know?
How's Charlemagne doing right now? What's he up to? Is he excited about being here today?
Absolutely, yes. Fantastic.
What would he like to tell us?
He was the best king in the world.
So it sounds like he might currently be our president.
That's funny.
When you
Yes.
cross over, what remains of your memory? Is it an episodic memory? You remember the exact same things that happened? You remember facts? Do you remember the feelings of it? Tell us about what remains of Charlemagne now.
Well, the most important thing about Charlemagne, he says, according to his own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, he wanted to continue all of the good work that he had done in that lifetime. And that was a real frustration point for him that he then had to come down and be something completely different, unrelated to Charlemagne. So there was no continuation of Charlemagne.
So we talk a lot about bloodlines of famous people. Was he then extricated like from the bloodline? Why wasn't he able to continue along and do those things as another, incarnation in that bloodline?
He was still in the bloodline, but just splintered off too far away from immediate succession.
But he has the ability to make those changes when he's in the spirit life, right? So why wasn't he able to, hey, I'm going to redo or, re-implement my policies in my next third incarnation as whatever?
The souls are so primitive. They didn't think like that.
But he's in the afterlife.
But still, it was a long time ago and not enough awareness or
Wasn't that long
knowledge
ago?
to.
It's only 1300 years ago. So he didn't answer my question about what remains. Is it your what happened every day episodic memory? Is it your facts? What remains of you in the spirit world when Charlemagne dies?
His greatness.
True, true. And again, I do feel that he may currently be incarnated somewhere that, no, but seriously, do you remember the feelings of your living as Charlemagne?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But, he did a lot for a lot of people, and that's what he took with him.
Remember the sounds, the smells?
Oh, yes, of course. He loved fresh baked bread.
How are you accessing those memories now as we're talking to you? Where do they live? And do you live with them when we're not engaging with you or only now when we're asking?
Only now because we're asking, and he revives those memories using my energy. So he like plugs into my energy field.
Oh, so what does it mean to be you now where you are?
It's a struggle because Charlemagne was never able to go back to being anything close to Charlemagne.
Correct.
And that was really hard. He loved that life so much, and he was never allowed to recreate it again.
So, like, tell us what happened on your 10th birthday. Did they celebrate birthdays in your era?
Yes,
Tell us about that. A procedural memory that you had that you can share with us. Relive it
happened
with us.
during your 10th birthday. There was a small little birthday party. There was cake or sweet, something that was sweet, food that was different, like a sweet bread. And what else? I mean, he just played outside with his friends.
Are there any celebratory markers that you have while you're on the other side, like anniversaries, birthdays like this?
No,
So, how are memories stored differently on the other side now that you're in spirit form?
they're just compressed and condensed down into the memory, like the soul memory.
But where do they live? Do they live within you as your spirit, as your soul?
Almost like the brain of the soul, even though the soul doesn't have a brain, but he calls it the brain of the soul.
And what do you consider the part of you? You've had probably how many incarnations as a human?
Ooh, how many incarnations have you had as a human? Oh, about 600.
And, we're asking you about Charles the Great, Charlemagne. Tell us about that lifetime and other lifetimes that you've had afterwards.
There was one lifetime where he was only a small child and he died of TB or some sort of pneumonia.
So, what was the point of that lifetime? What did
It
that teach
was
your soul?
it was to inflict pain on the parents.
But you guys agreed to that. What did that do? How did that make the parents better?
They had to process the death. That was very difficult.
So, as Charlemagne, what did you like to do for fun?
Sing. Um, what else did you like to do for fun? Really, he wasn't about fun. He was all business, but he did enjoy singing and music and like listening to other people sing, storytelling, things like that.
What type of things do you engage in on the other side now for fun and entertainment?
He showed me. He's like, I watch TV. I'm like, no, you don't, because there's no TVs up there. He's laughing. What do you do for fun up there? Just interact with different souls that he knew here on the earth plane. Just catching up, going over old times.
So, interacting, what does that look like? And how many souls would you interact with in a weekly cycle up in the spirit plane?
So it basically is just standing next to one another and having almost like a telepathic communication. And how many souls would you say you communicate with on a week, during the week? About 20 different souls.
And can you overhear these telepathic conversations, or do you have to be invited into the telepathic framework Zoom call?
They have meeting points up there.
What other
They
things
have,
are entertaining?
yeah, they have notice boards. They put messages on notice boards. What other things are entertaining? Look, this guy he's not about fun. He's more about getting the job done right. So he prefers to listen to lectures, pick up information from people.
What was
He's
the
very,
last lecture you listened to, and who led it, and what did you learn from it? How long was it?
hmm.
Is it days? Is it hours? Is it how many people are there? Are you in like a big hall? Are you in a closed hall?
So, as far as he's aware, the last lecture that you went to was about a month ago in Earth plane time. Some professors, some science professors. And sorry, what was the rest of that?
What were they? How long was it? What did they tell you? What did you learn? What do you take away from that lecture? And how many others were there? Were you all there spiritually, or were you just in your own zone and they all zoomed in?
Um,
Zoom is a telephonic communication device, but you probably don't know telephones either. But anyway, like a meeting thing online, technology.
he knows what Zoom is, but he's
Okay.
saying you have to attend the lectures in physical orb form.
Okay. So like how many are there? What was it about?
It could be hundreds, it could be thousands. This was evolutionary science.
What did you learn from it? How long was it?
The changes on the Earth plane that are coming in the future.
When?
It's
Next
about,
month?
it's about Earth time is like 5 minutes, which isn't very long for us.
Oh, that's not very long at all. And you only go to these once a month? You can't spare more than 5 minutes?
Well, it gives you a lot of information to digest. And what are these Earth changes? This is like 20, 40 years from now. He's very interested in those changes.
Talk to us about you as Charlemagne. What were you afraid of in your lifetime?
Being killed.
And talk to me about like a memory that shaped you growing up that we don't know about. Like what was pivotal in your, we call it adolescence, but in your growing up phase.
He witnessed other royalty being very, very cruel to others, and he didn't want to do that.
Did you genuinely believe that you were chosen by God to rule?
Absolutely, yes.
And did that like give you special powers? Did you believe, and what were those special powers?
It was really just, I've been chosen, I've been selected to rule the people. Those were the powers.
So like did
Ruler.
you think you could do no wrong because you were God anointed?
That is correct. Yes.
So it kind of makes you delusional, you know. What were the two preceding lifetimes to Charlemagne? What led up to them? And then how did you put your name on the Charlemagne message board, notification board? Yes, I want to do that. That sounds great.
Ooh, so what's what lifetimes led up to that to be Charlemagne? Well, he had lifetimes of extreme poverty, and he didn't want that anymore.
In the preceding two lifetimes.
He begged to be king. He was a servant the lifetime prior to that. So two lifetimes ago, he was a servant. Again, poverty, treated badly. He wanted to be on the other side of the experience.
So then how did you finagle your way into the soul birth family or the soul group?
We were chosen in the spirit world. There were advisors, and sought that they sought a royal family, and so they it was just orchestrated that he would ascend to the throne.
You were chosen. Did you have to play a card game against others and then you were chosen that way? Or did you have to like write a report and say, here's why I'd be a good, honest king?
Well, it was, yeah, but obviously unwritten, but basically, yes, I had to prove that I was worthy of being the king. How would I affect all those other people?
Does anyone ever say, oh, hey, it's Charlemagne when you're on the other side now?
No.
No, really. Do you wear a
Hmm.
crown on your orb?
No. No.
Really? Huh. Could you make one and wear it?
No.
So, how different is Charlemagne the man from Charlemagne the historical figure that we read about?
There's not a lot of difference between the two.
That wasn't the answer I was hoping for because I was hoping you could give us examples of how you were different.
He was very fair.
Who was the smartest man in your court and why?
It was like a brother type figure. It's just like protecting the firm,
Well,
protecting the brand.
Carloman died suddenly. Is that who you're talking about? I'm talking about your other court, those around you that were giving you guidance.
He did have a right-hand man, but it was very hard to trust people. You never knew if they were going to turn on you.
I
Really,
find that
his
every day.
brother.
Every day we suffer the same fates, Charlemagne, you and I, because I'm always looking behind my back. Um, of your wives and those that you were intimate with, who was your favorite?
There was one young, very young girl. I would say she was almost a child, very young, maybe 12 or 13. Now, I'm not saying that's right, but I think we have to put in the context of the time period. She was very innocent, unassuming, naive, just worshiped the ground that he walked on.
You had some tough times here. Annulled 771. Hildegard died 783. Festrantia 794. She passed away. And Ludgard died in 800. What we with a lot of sickness, a lot of childbirth, death. What happened there? Why did these women pass away?
I feel some of them disappeared.
They
He's
turned to
telling
salt.
no, but they disappeared. They didn't die. I
Oh.
believe they were murdered
Was that at his request or someone who didn't like him?
at his request.
Oh, not the wonderful king that we all thought, eh? So your ultimate goal of
No.
expanding the Frankish kingdom, what were you trying to create?
Well, trying to take over as much territory as possible
To
and
what
to
end, though?
create it.
Why? Why is that a goal? It seems like that's still a goal for military leaders now, but why?
Why is that a goal? Because it makes you acquire more wealth,
How much
tax
is
the
enough?
kingdom.
Like, there's a saturation point. Sure, you weren't a trillionaire like some, but what's enough?
It's never enough, according to him.
But you don't have any now, right? Are you alive now?
No,
Are you coming back when?
about another, how many years? About another 25 to 50 years.
25 to 50 years. And who will Charlemagne be in 2050 and or 2075? What will you do?
Charlemagne will be female, coming back as a female housewife.
I don't think you'll have enough at that point. Did you personally order the mass execution of the massacre of Verdun in 782?
Yes,
Why?
to show everyone who's boss.
Well, they knew you were the boss. I mean, like to live and rule mercifully, I think is a good trait. And to rule by force and murder is like not good. I would be probably a terrible king because I'm not out there leading these campaigns. But how do you think that went over?
I mean, he thinks it did well. It certainly did the job it was supposed to do.
But like there's you have do you see the karma that you have there? Do you have like a ledger, like a checkbook, and you can say, oh, maybe I should not have had those people murdered and then massacred because now I have all of this karmic debt that I must do recompense for.
He sees the karma. He's fully aware of that.
So, but you still feel it's an okay idea, like an okay, you're happy with it, you're content with it?
Back then, yes, it was necessary.
Okay, but I'm asking now. So, how do you measure your karma and can you see it?
He can see it. How do you feel about it now? And obviously, he's got to work it off,
What's it look like?
the karmic debt. And that's going to be a little difficult. It's going to take a long time, but
Is it
he understood that.
Is it like a Skyrim energy bar that you have that says negative karma, 2.4 million? Or like how do we see that? How do you measure that?
It is measured in energy. It's like an energetic scale.
And what are you at?
I mean, he still has quite a lot of good karma as well, according to him.
Are you just making that up? Like where'd you get the good karma from?
That's all from previous lifetimes.
So when Pope Leo crowned you emperor on Christmas Day, did you know it was coming?
Yes.
And how did you feel about that?
He says I was excited.
But how did it change who you were from that point before to who then you were afterwards?
How did it change you? I mean, it just brought him into some a higher level of maturity. He's very devoid of emotions in that particular lifetime.
What about now? Do you have emotions on the other side?
No, not really.
Why not?
He's always been quite emotionless,
Okay. What are you motivated by on the other side?
accumulating wealth.
But you can't do that. There's nothing over there. What do you have of wealth, of value over there now?
No, there's nothing of value there now, but finding ways to accumulate wealth on the earth plane.
But you're coming back as a housewife in 50 years, so how do those stories mash together?
He'll be a very wealthy housewife.
Okay, how so? And how can housewives out there listening now use this to their benefit to become wealthy housewives?
Marry into it.
Ah, interesting. Are there any secret practices or like religious practices or mystical traditions that you had?
No,
Did you practice any like occult magic or, were you too religious for that? Did you pray?
there was no occult magic. Did you pray all the time?
Did you ever have any religious visions of Jesus?
No,
No, really. How about any demons or spirits that came to you in the night?
no,
Do you dream while you're over there?
no.
Where does he think dreams come from when we're here?
The conscious mind,
And what happens to the conscious mind when you die?
it dissolves.
And so what are we talking to?
His soul,
And how big is his, like if we could somehow take the soul and bring it over here into the earth plane and put it on the scale, what would a soul weigh?
less than a pound.
Less than a pound, really. And what would it be like made up of? Can you look inside your soul?
So in orb form, it's kind of gaseous and energy.
Okay. Is there a way to bring the soul here or see the soul when it's on the earth plane?
It can present itself in holographic form to me, but as Charlemagne,
Okay. How is he looking to you, by the way? I forgot to ask what he's wearing as he came to you as Charlemagne.
he's not wearing the clothes in the picture.
No.
He's wearing very dark clothes. Not very majestic, very plain.
Did he bring a sword?
Yes.
Is it a nice one?
I mean, if you like swords, I
I
suppose it
do. I
is.
do like swords quite a bit.
Do
Yes.
you? You know your swords?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
definitely definitely a fan. Um, what is the first thing that he experienced when he crossed over?
Seeing his grandmother,
What did they talk about?
just reuniting, and his brother as well. He loved his brother.
Is he still with them in some way?
Yes,
How so?
they're up there with him. They're coming back down together.
Like, can he go to the moon where he's at now?
No,
Where can he go now? We went to, I don't know, some concert hall, listened to a few lectures. What other entertainment things are there in the afterlife?
there really isn't a lot of entertainment. I mean, it is what you make of it. If you want to have singing groups, I mean, he really liked singing. If you want to
Okay,
have like singing groups, vibrational groups, he's more interested in learning what's coming in the next lifetime.
interesting. And how far can he go? Is he always alone, or are there like other souls like around him in other soul houses, other soul palaces?
There are other souls around him. You don't go anywhere. There's nowhere to go.
How far would he have to go to get away from everybody?
Not far
How
in
far is
earth
not far?
plane measurements, about 100 feet.
And how big of groups do soul orbs congregate in? Are there like 100 orbs over there, like 5 orbs over there? You just have like 100 feet of space because it doesn't sound like out of space. I need a lot. I need a few acres.
Yeah. It depends what you want to achieve and why you're congregating in a group.
Are there any water fountains or water formations or anything of beauty over there?
No water, no.
How do you drink?
The landscape can be beautiful, but you can create your own landscapes.
Can you only create your own landscape and share it with people that you choose to share it with, or does everybody see what you create?
Not everybody sees what you create. No.
Who's the most fascinating dead soul that Charlemagne has run into on the other side?
There's so many to choose from. Lots of different royal families. He quite liked science. He was fascinated by Hitler.
Have they hung
Lot,
out?
well, not exactly. He just wanted to know what made Hitler tick.
Probably his heart.
Well, right, right. But psychologically, because he doesn't want to be like that. So it was more of an investigative
So when
thing
people
to make
engage with
sure.
you now on the other side, how many of them are in your soul family versus what percentage of them are just, unknowns to you?
There's only about five in the Soul family.
And are those the only ones you're conversing with, or you conversing with any of the other trillions of souls that are over there?
Oh, no, he'll talk to lots of different souls if there's something to be gained from it.
Do you engage with animal souls in any way?
No, not really.
Why not?
He doesn't really want to.
Didn't you have any favorite horses or favorite dogs or
Yes, yes, there are. But I feel that they're planning out their own different lifetimes. I don't think they'll be back together again.
okay. So how many other familial souls do you engage with in like a month's time or a fortnight, if I were to coin a phrase?
Fortnight, so 2 weeks is a fortnight. So how many do you engage? I mean, he could engage with hundreds in a 2 week period, and in a
Does he?
month,
He could, but
thousands.
does he?
Oh, that's a good question. You could, but do you? No, he doesn't. He's being
How
quite
much?
evasive.
Yeah, I guess so. How much space do you get? How much are you allocated in the afterlife? And how many people do you have to share that with?
You get your own personal space. Nobody's really concerned with that, though.
Like
It,
immigration isn't a
it,
problem. Forced
no,
immigration isn't a problem over
right.
there.
No, not at all.
You don't need moats to keep people away from your space.
No, no.
So how much is he allocated then?
Just like what we would think of personal space here on the Earth plane.
That's it? Not like If he, so what does he engage with during the day, during the week? Like, what do you do? How do you pass the time?
How do you pass the time? Just learning a lot, just trying to learn as much as possible.
So he's learned about the evolution of the next 20, 25 years. What else has he learned about? We need to have something concrete that you can get over there that we can't get over here because now we have, Chat GPT. We can just learn whatever we want. So what is better over there? Sell
He
us on the
wishes
fact that
he
it's good there.
he wishes he had access to Chat GPT.
Yeah, well, you don't. How about that? So sell us
Um,
on the fact that it's good over there. Be the best salesman for the afterlife.
like the psychological evolution, where we're going with mental health, where we're going financially, where we're going scientifically, animals that are becoming extinct, new species that are being discovered, things like that.
What do you most regret? What campaign or decision as Charlemagne brings you the greatest? Ah, wish I had done that.
The killing of his wives.
Did they angry at you for that?
Yes, and he has to repay that.
Do you have a soulmate, like one person that you continually evolve and incarnate with that is like your true love?
No, he has multiple.
Does everybody get multiples, or is he just lucky like that?
It depends what you want. Some people like to learn off of, from many different relationships throughout the lifetime, and then some people stick with one.
Does he think that a conquered people should be forced to accept whatever the religious beliefs are of their rulers?
Yes.
So, what does he think about the current US Iranian crisis war going on right now?
What do you think about that? He just thinks it's a war. I mean, he doesn't really have much opinion on it.
He's got to. I asked him. He needs to make one. Form it now.
No, he just sees it going into like a nothing burger, really.
No, I wouldn't say that for the people that are engaged with it and the people that are suffering
Right.
from the financial burdens that are associated with the war cost right now.
No, I understand that, but from where he is in his perspective,
But is he
that
talking
that
about
was
it from like a ruler perspective still? Is that the mindset of like, because it sounds like we've heard that in other rulers and what they say about it. So is he only seeing it from that top-down perspective?
yes, as we're channeling him as Charlemagne, yes.
So if we channel him as his, I don't know, 137th lifetime, can he give us a different perspective on the US Iranian war?
Ooh, that's very possible. Yes. And in that lifetime, it was very poverty stricken. So that lifetime was poverty stricken. And so the opinion has now changed to that of he can identify what those living in the war zone are going through.
Okay. So what does he feel about it now? How has his emotions changed or how has his perspective changed? And where has that changed?
So in the very bad parts or territories that have been hit hardest, there's not a lot of access to clean water, food, poverty stricken. Where are we going to go? Where should we move to? Sort of very nomadic. We need to get away from this particular area. So now his perspective has changed because he was a totally different person than Charlemagne.
But I'm asking how within his soul can he hold such radically divergent positions at the same time?
It just depends which consciousness you want to bring forth. I mean, it's all compacted in there, the memory of each lifetime.
It would seem to me that that would cause some type of multiple personality soul disorder that Source hasn't quite yet identified as is a problem because we think it's bad if you have multiple personalities talking to you down here. What about up there?
No, it's all very separate. That was a really good question.
It's separate, but it's in the same construct. So does he ever engaged with how many incarnations did we say he's had?
At least 600.
And what's he at on the soul ascension lever steps?
Where are you? He's at a 4.
A 4, that's better. We'd appreciate something like that. Do you ever engage with yourself on like 600 different personality conflicts?
No, no,
Does
there's no conflicting one personality coming out and fighting for space with a different soul personality.
Has he
No.
ever thought of giving a talk?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to request that we have him give a talk on integrating the 600 different soul personalities of your previous incarnations. Could he do that for us and report back as to how that went over?
You can't do that.
I can't do what?
You can't integrate all of those personalities. Not until almost like the last lifetime on the earth plane, but then none of those personalities matter. Nothing matters. The individual personality doesn't matter.
Well, I think I give a little bit of matter. I think I would like to. Can I make the request and have him give a speech on somehow living with all of the different personality profiles that you've accrued over lifetimes?
You can make the request, yes.
Okay. Do I write that in writing or have I made that request? When should we check back with you to see how that lecture went over?
You have made the request. Check back in a month.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Charlemagne. Thank you, Liz Cross, and everybody out there. We appreciate you. We'll tell you next month how the request for a lecture went over from Charlemagne to the people on the other side and how many people attended. And we look forward to your comments below. And Liz, always fascinating with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You too. This was great. Brilliant. Thank you.